Hey guys, welcome back to OBTOYS. So recently I was contacted by a company called HeyGears, and they wanted to know if I'd be interested in checking out their new Reflex RS Resin 3D printer. And I was thrilled because I've heard a lot of great things about this printer setup. So they sent it out to me, and we're going to actually make one of my own customs on it, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of this whole thing. So here we go. If you guys are familiar with my channel, then you know I've created this double-headed dragon a couple years ago. This is by far one of my top favorite customs that I created, but it is huge, so I thought it would be really cool to shrink this thing down and print it on this new 3D printer. So this is the project we're going to be working with today. So right out of the box, I could already tell this product was high quality. It was super easy to set up. I think all I had to do besides putting resin in it was a couple little adjustments to make it level, but other than that, it was ready to go for a print. It also has extra memory space and a flash drive area where you can go ahead and load your prints, or you can just send them over digitally. And this was the first time I've ever seen a cleaning station like this one, so I was really eager to try it out and see how it works. Same thing with the curing station. This thing's like a microwave. I wasn't quite sure how I'd like it, but this thing's actually really cool, so we'll go through that as well. I really like using washable resins, so I requested from HeyGears if they could send me some of this ash gray washable resin, and that's what we're going to be using today. So I went ahead and used my scan that I had already done for my double-headed dragon and plugged it into the machine, and 9 hours later I get this print. And so far I am loving this. So one of the first things that I really liked about this printer versus some other printers is that you can actually scrape the additional resin off the top of the plate with ease. So that way when you go to take your build plate off, you're not dumping resin everywhere and making a mess. So you can go ahead and kind of like scrape it, get rid of everything. It drips right into the vat right below it, so it makes it so simple and a lot easier to clean up. Even the way HeyGears designed this plate to come on and off, it works perfectly. It's very smooth and yet very solid when you need it to be. Now this is something else that I can compare to other printers, and this part right here was incredibly easy to remove the print off this build plate. I mean, I barely even pushed on it and it popped off, which is amazing because I've really struggled on other printers doing this exact same thing. I've had to use heat guns and other methods to try to get prints to come off the build plate easily without breaking stuff, but not with this one. It was easy. And as you see here, very simple, just to wipe it down and you're ready to go ahead and put it right back on the printer. Okay, so this was definitely one of my other favorite parts about this printer is the supports. The supports are very, very lightweight and easy to remove. I couldn't believe how fast I got all this off. I mean, there's been other projects where I spend 20 minutes pulling off supports and being careful not to break anything. And then a lot of times the other printers will leave divots in your resin prints, whereas this one, the marks are so small it almost looks like little goosebumps. So I say this printer is an A+ for removing supports and saving time, which is always a great factor for me. So this thing's not even washed or cured yet, and I can already see all these amazing details. So I'm really excited to see what this thing's gonna look like when it's all cleaned up and finished. Alright, time to wash this thing, and this system is a little different than other systems that I've used before, and I was really curious on how it would work out. So you go ahead and put it in here, seal it up. So this machine oscillates, and that's what's going to splash around the water, cleaning the product inside. And you have to be careful because some products are delicate with little spikes or things that could break off if you're just throwing them around inside. Something that's nice about this one is that you can actually adjust the speed that it rotates. So if you want something really deeply clean, you can turn it up. If you have delicate items in there, you can turn it down. So while that is washing, I just wanted to show you guys quickly the display screen on this thing. Everything is very simple to use, straightforward. You got your files, things that you've already sent over, your job lists, and then these are all your settings, which honestly I haven't needed to use any of this stuff because everything was plug and play, ready to go as soon as I sent my file over. Also, HeyGears has a built-in support system that's easily accessible right from the app. There's a lot of different resins you can choose to use, and each one of them will be slightly different from another, so by selecting your resin ahead of time on the computer, the printer will then make adjustments to make sure you get the best quality prints based off of that resin. One of the other things that's unique about this printer is that it allows you to have another container of resin in the back of it. And as you're running low on resin, it's constantly refilling it just enough to make sure that you always have the perfect amount of resin in the printer. Okay, so this was another part of the cleaning process that was a little different to me. It has another bucket underneath it that is empty. And what you do is you push this little button here to allow airflow up, and then you just turn this little knob and it flows from one bucket to the other. That way the top bucket, all the water will be running down into the bottom one, and then when you open up the top, you're not dumping resin water everywhere or dripping it. It'll have it all contained in the bottom bucket, and that bottom bucket is then ready for your next print to go into, and you just alternate these buckets, which is actually a pretty nice system. If I had to find one complaint about this, I just wish there was an option for a larger bucket so that I could print larger items and still wash them in this container. I'm really happy with how clean the print actually comes out. There's no slimy residue on it. It is perfect just as is. Okay, so we're moving on to the curing machine after we allowed it to dry. And I really thought that this thing was overkill when I saw it out of the box. But after using it, it's probably my new favorite curing machine, and I'll probably be using it for every print from now on. Set it to 10 minutes on this one, and yeah, the way it has all those mirrors and everything and reflectors inside there, it gets every little inch of it. You don't have to worry about stopping it halfway through and turning it over or flipping it around. It gets all the nooks and crannies of everything, so I'm really thrilled about this machine as well. Way to go, HeyGears. If I had to give one complaint about it, it's the exact same complaint as the water station as well. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. I am already maxing it out from head to tail with this custom inside there. Anything's even just slightly larger would not rotate or fit. So, like I said, that's my only gripe about it. So this is how it all turned out, guys. I love these things. Look at the little details on this stuff. It is awesome. I cannot wait to experiment a lot more with all my other customs. I plan on painting a few of these and also just having some for sale non-painted so you can do your own projects at home. But I also wanted to experiment with another custom, so I also did this one, my Spino-Plesiosaurus, and made it, and this one turned out awesome as well. I love it. So today being Black Friday, I know HeyGears is offering a bunch of deals on their printers and products, so guys, be sure to check out my description and visit their site, check out all the stuff that they have to offer today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed me going through the whole process behind the scenes. You guys don't always get to see exactly how I create all this kind of stuff for you, so this is a great way to showcase it. Plus, I really appreciate HeyGears for sending this out to us and allowing us to have this opportunity to make this stuff and to share it with all the fans. Also, we're going to have all the information in my description, so if you're interested in checking out some of HeyGears products, please check out my description below. Also, if you want to get some customs of your own from OBTOYS, go to my website, shopobtoys.com. We are going to be selling out here soon because the holiday is right around the corner. So be sure to get your custom now and support OBTOYS. And since today's Black Friday, we are going to be doing a limited time Black Friday deal of 20% off anything on the website. So at checkout, use coupon code BlackFriday25 for 20% off. Also on the website, we have tons of other toy lines besides OBTOY stuff. So if you're just looking to find some products to shop for, check out, there's a lot of different brands there, and everything that you buy will help support the channel here. So I really appreciate you guys helping me out here and keeping us alive. And these are just a few of the other customs I've created over the past year or so, including my glow-in-the-dark stuffed animal T-Rex and the Ultima sources that seem to sell out very quickly. We also have our glow-in-the-dark spikes so you can make your own customs at home, and all this stuff is 3D printed on some of my other printers. And we're going to be adding a lot of the resin stuff to the website as well. In fact, I've already started to put it on there. So be sure to start checking those things out and visit shopobtoys.com. Also, a special thanks to all my OBTOYS members. Really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel. And if you want to become a member, click on that link above. Alright guys, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, OBTOYS.